Hi everybody, I'm Kevin Harnett, and we're in for another exciting edition of Secrets.
We're gonna torch the blue cheese.
We're doing tapas today in Kitchen Studio with some of the top chefs in town from Artesano. You'll get the secrets to doing some of their most popular, shareable small plates at home. Spanish-style garlic shrimp, even a small plate steak with blue cheese.
Salud.
Plus, Tim Laird rolls out a refreshing new sangria to go with it. It's time to get cooking in front of a live studio audience right now on Secrets. Secrets. I'm Kevin Harnett, and we are in the heart of Butchertown here at Bourbon Barrel Foods, our home base. What a show we have for you today. It's all about tapas, small plates with big Spanish flavors. Fernando Martinez has exploded on the local restaurant scene lately with places like Muscle and Burger Bar, Guacamole, Mercado Italian, and they're here today to share some secrets from Artesano, a hotspot in Westport Village. We'll get cooking with Fernando coming up. But first, say hello to my co-host, America's CEO, Chief Entertaining Officer, Tim Laird.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Timmy.
Wow.
Are you hungry?
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
And I'm excited.
Oh, listen, this is an amazing show because we pointed out, is what I just said, taking over, exploding in the city, restaurant after restaurant. There's no stopping this guy.
And every concept is a gem. I'll tell you, it's so wonderful. It's a great treat for having Fernando Martinez here in our town in Louisville and adding so many new concepts that are all winners.
Well, comes with an amazing story and comes today with some amazing food. I know I'm hungry.
I am too. Anyway, it's a great day to be in Kitchen Studio, everybody, because we have a great studio audience. Look at this. Wow. And another reason to be here in Bourbon Barrel Food Studios because we have an incredible chef. Here he is, Chef Fernando Martinez and Chef Benjamin. Come on in. Hello, Chef. Good to see you, buddy. Hello, Chef Benjamin.
Yeah, all right, good.
Welcome to Kitchen Studio.
Benjamin, how are you? Good to see you.
I'll tell you what. I was telling Fernando this. We were at you were doing an event, and which you do many of these charitable events for our city and everything else. And I said, you know, I lived in Chicago for many years. I said, this is the Rich Melman of Louisville. What he did in Chicago, and you can look him up. You know, go Google that thing. But he's a phenomenal entity, and we have our own right here. Chef Martinez, you are just killing it. We're so glad to have you here, and you're just every concept's wonderful.
Thank you.
Even the Red Barn Kitchen that's open. It's a wonderful place.
Red Barn Kitchen. We're gonna do barbecue, southern cuisine, fried chicken. Mac and cheese.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
It's located where Joe's Older Than There used to be.
Right.
New LaGrange Road. We're excited. It's going to be awesome.
And you know what's exciting too is, I mean, you've grown so much that you actually have now an executive chef that heads up or looks after a lot of the restaurants, Chef Benjamin, right?
Mr. Benjamin Tellez. We actually met in Miami when I moved to Venezuela and then came back to the States. He trained me to take his job at the Astor Hotel. And then, we became friends. He went to work for Steven Starr, a big restaurateur from Philadelphia.
Yeah. You bet.
He worked at Makoto, the French concept. So, he can do Mexican, Spanish, Italian.
Barbecue.
Barbecue. So, and Johnny and I were so busy that,
I would say so. You're busy. Yeah.
We had to hire Benny, and I mean, we're loving it. He's awesome, same mindset that we have, quality and, good product, just trying. It's a tough business. So
it's a tough business.
Good people.
And you do it so well by keeping each concept fresh. I mean, it's unique, and again, it's like you want it perfect, and it is every time. That's the biggest thing.
We try. It's hard.
But you do. Anyway, what are we doing here? This dish.
Today we're doing the food from Artesano, and this is one of the simplest Spanish tapas. They're called Gambas Al Ajillo. It's just a shrimp scampi, Spanish style. We serve it with bread, so we're gonna go ahead and start grilling our bread. I rub the bread with a little olive oil, salt and pepper. I like to season everything. And this is gonna go really, really fast. you know, the beauty about doing this dish is that, you know, shrimps, they have their own internal thermometer.
That's right.
And they tell you when they're ready, you know, once you see them that they turn red, you know, they're good to go.
When they turn red, they're good to go.
Yeah, so we're gonna start with garlic. This is really important in Spanish cuisine. This dish is really garlicky. So we do
It's good.
fresh,
I would have never guessed that.
yeah,
And you have a hot oil. Was that
yeah, we have Spanish olive oil.
olive oil? Spanish olive
See,
oil?
our bread goes
Look at that. That goes
really
fast.
quick. Then we're gonna add our shrimp. And we
Wow, those are
do-
nice sized shrimp too.
Yeah, those are 21, 25.
And the tapas concept seems to be just exploding too.
You know, I
Same word.
think that's the way people are gonna eat in the future. You know, like myself, when I go out, I don't like to get the big entree. You know, after a few bites, your palate gets, you know, numb and, you know, it becomes boring, you know, mashed potatoes and meat. And so I like to, you know, I'll go to small plate restaurants and,
Right.
you know, get a few things and you get to try, you know, different things. But I mean, as you can see, this is a really, really simple Spanish dish.
But I'll tell you what, that garlic and oil is smelling
You
so
know,
good.
to me-
What a
to-
combination.
to
I
me,
can any of you smell that garlic and oil?
I
heaven.
love the shrimp, and to me the best part is, you know, that olive oil, and you know, people get extra bread, and
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you soak the garlic olive oil.
The shrimp are just the excuse for the dunking of
There
the
you
garlic
go, that's it.
oil with bread. That's it.
And I mean, they cook really, really fast. So you know, it'll probably take 2 minutes, 2 minutes to cook. And then we have some fresh lemon juice and parsley that we're gonna finish it with.
Finish that off?
And
Oh, yeah.
really, really simple dish.
Now, of course, Artesano is located in
Westport
Westport.
Village. Westport Village, right in the corner of Her Lane and Westport Road.
Perfect. And I mean, it's just a great concept.
Yeah,
It's-
we're loving it over there. You know, we do a great lunch. We're open lunch Monday through Friday, and then on Saturdays and Sundays we do a sangria brunch.
Oh,
And we have, you know, classic Spanish brunch dishes that they're awesome, and you know, people are loving those. I
It's
mean,
great.
and as you can see, they're ready to go.
Look at that.
You know, they tell you, you know, when they're ready. And, you know, I like to pull them out of the heat a little bit earlier because, you know, the oil is really hot. So if I finish cooking the shrimp over here, by the time they hit the table,
it's overcooked.
they're overcooked. So what I do, I turn the heat off. And the reason why I turn the heat off is because I don't want my lemon juice to cook.
Right.
If you cook
okay.
the lemon juice, it turns bitter and, you know, it has a really strange flavor to it.
See, again, that's one of the secrets. There you go.
So,
Revealing the secrets. That's the premise of the show.
And you know, and again, this is a really rustic dish, so I'm not worried about straining the lemon. You know, if you find a seed or not, it's, you know,
yeah.
it's really
It goes well with the
rustic.
garlic and oil.
There you go. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of parsley, and that's it. Gambas Al Ajillo. We're gonna set them right here in this Spanish little tabla,
Oh,
and you know, extra bread, and we're good to go.
that looks great. Oh,
Little salt and pepper. That's it.
the way I do that, Kevin, I'd move the shrimp aside and just get the bread
There
and
you
start
go.
just
Start
get in
dunking.
there. Yeah.
That's the best part. We have people that, you know, they finish eating the shrimp. Hey, bring me extra bread and just soak that oil, man, all day.
It looks great. Well, you're living up to the motto of the show. It's something you can do at home. I think that one was easy enough, but we have 2 more coming up. We're cooking with Fernando Martinez and Chef Benjamin from Artesano right here on Secrets. We're coming right back. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets. We are here in the Butchertown Market, our home base here at Bourbon Barrel Foods. Tim Laird joins me. Tim, I happen to be going through the That's Entertaining book with Tim Laird. This book is amazing for folks at home that may have not seen it. It's in every bookstore. But not only are the pictures unbelievable, taken by Dan Dry, Pulitzer Prize winning photographer here in town, but it's easy because you have the recipes, you have the shopping list, and I see you have some sangria in here, which is under the tapas
Under
segment,
the tapas
so
section
how
of the
appropriate.
book, yeah, and having Artesano here, I know that they do a big sangria program. So I thought I'm going to go back and do my sparkling sangria. Yeah. Basically, real easy to do, and I've got a pitcher here, and I'm going to pour in 2 bottles of Corbel California champagne. That goes in. And what I love about sangria is that you make them by the pitcher and you share them and pass them around with everybody.
Done, right?
To that, a little bit of about a cup of brandy goes in. Give that a little kick, and then a ½ cup of orange liqueur. That goes in. It still needs a little bit of sweetener, so about just a ¼ cup of super fine sugars. You can see that. And then, of course, we've got to add the fresh fruit. I've got a pint of raspberries that go in. And then we're going to put in some orange slices. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Look at that.
It's my sangria fountain, everybody. I love this. It's the hit at all the new weddings. It is. I could have used a bigger pitcher, but anyway. Watch this. We're just going to roll that in there. Let that get in there. It is sparkling.
Yeah,
See,
it looks
isn't that great?
Well, and sangria is fun, too. You know, it's kind of one of those things you can make your...
It's
put
a lot
whatever
of fun.
you want in it.
Absolutely. And all of a sudden, we'll see
It's
how
almost
we
like
did.
you planned it that way.
Oh, I know. Gosh, this is just, and again, refreshing. You can make these ahead of time, put them in the refrigerator, guests come over, pour it. There we go. Get some of that fruit.
That looks good.
Well, we'll see. We'll find out. God, doesn't that look good? Oh, I'll tell you what. Beautiful. Salud.
Let's see how you did.
Salud. Let's see how we did. Wow. How's that?
You know what it tastes like?
Another.
That's good. Listen, I'll mention and I'll shamelessly do this because, Tim, I know you would never mention it, but I want to because I have this cookbook I have both of them, but this one sits in my kitchen, and a number of the recipes for cocktails and appetizers are in here. Find one of Tim's books at the local bookstores. They are great gifts.
Thank you, Kevin.
So, thank you.
All right, back
cooking.
to the show. Here we go. Chef Benjamin, you're going to lead us off on this one?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us what we're going to make.
So we're gonna do the Lomito Pera.
Okay.
We call Pera. The reason why is because our blue cheese comes from Spain.
Spanish blue
Yeah,
cheese.
so it's 60 days age. So we're gonna start with searing our steak.
Most people probably wouldn't think of a nice steak dish being a tapas, a nice small plate.
Very much. So right here we have our confit potatoes. It's confit with olive oil. Right, we're just gonna make sure it's completely seasoned.
Oh, that's nice too. Yeah, confit is like cooking in that
Yeah, we
oil,
cook,
right?
yeah, very slow with oil, low temperature, just to make sure it doesn't overcook and it won't come like puree.
You know, in Spanish cooking, instead of butter like you do in French, you use a lot of, Spanish olive oil. So that's why, and it's good to have those already cooked because then for service, all we do is roast them a little bit.
Heat 'em
So
up.
it speeds everything up.
And that's something you could do at home. I mean, you could parboil these ahead of time,
Yeah.
and then get them into the Spanish oil, salt and pepper, and then.
Well, what we actually do, we cook those inside olive oil. We do
Oh, you do?
rosemary, thyme, garlic.
Oh,
So
yes.
what happens,
Okay.
because they slowly cook, they absorb the Spanish olive oil. So you have, when you cut in the potato, you have that explosion of Spanish olive oil.
That is nice.
Okay, so we're gonna start garnish our dish. We have onion puree, which is caramelized onions with butter, black pepper, salt. So we're gonna start go ahead and plate in our dish.
What a great idea that is, because I've caramelized roasted garlic and that nuttiness
Yeah.
that comes out. I'll bet the same thing happens. You get a little sweeter characteristic with this, with the onions.
When we're trying to put a dish together, we're always thinking about sweetness, acidity, richness. In order to have a great dish, you have to have that balance.
So we're gonna take our steak out of the grill. We're gonna put the blue cheese on top. And then
See,
Look at that
talk about
flavor.
blue cheese and steak is just a beautiful pairing.
In Spain, they have a lot of blue cheeses, so that you can either use Peral or Covadonga or.
now we're gonna torch the blue cheese
Well, now there's a great idea.
to make sure it melts and give us the flavor to our meat. So we're gonna go ahead and continue set up our plate.
You know, what we do at Artesano, it's really simple, but we try to make it look, nice and appealing. Do really nice, simple presentations. So it's not just, a grilled steak with blue cheese on top of it.
But also all the flavors that go into that.
Yeah, and what we have right here, those are pecan mushrooms. So those are enoki mushrooms that we pickle with vinegar, salt, sugar, some spices. And again, it's going back to balancing a dish.
Right.
We don't have any acidity in this dish if we don't have the pickled mushrooms.
So the pickled mushrooms
steak
give
and
you the
mushrooms,
acid. Oh.
We pickle the mushrooms, and it's a beautiful combination. This is sorrel, red sorrel from Grateful Greens.
Oh, yeah.
They do hydroponic greens, and they have green houses, so they grow lettuces all year long.
And those microgreens, they have a lot of flavor in themselves.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you take a bite out of it and you go, wow. I mean, it's just amazing.
And
These are
then
all
we
so
do
brilliant.
a reduction of Spanish port wine, and there you have it. It's the Lomito Peral.
That's it.
That's
It's
gorgeous.
Woo! That's right up my alley right there. Steak and potato. I like that. We have one more small plate to make with Chef Benjamin and Chef Fernando Martinez. And plus, a lucky studio audience member is going to get to take a taste to see how they're doing. We're coming back with more secrets right after this. Wow. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Secrets. I'm Kevin Harned. We're here at Bourbon Barrel Foods, our home base, and we have a chance to meet some of our great studio audience members. Gina, it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
We have had a fun show today.
It's been great.
We're always learning the secrets from Louisville's best chefs, and I don't think we can find anyone better than Fernando Martinez to share his secrets.
Exactly.
You're going to have the chance to take a taste before everybody else. So you chose. We had the shrimp here, which looks delicious. We've got the steak that Fernando and Benjamin just finished up with the blue cheese, and you said, I'm such a fan of blue cheese, you're going with the steak.
Yes, I am.
You want to take a taste? Jump on in and see how that tastes. It looks delicious. You have the mushrooms.
Wow. Oh, great.
Yeah? Good?
Wow, that's delicious.
The blue cheese? Let's talk just a minute. The food is great. You're here for a great cause as well. We try to be as philanthropic as we can on the show, and tell us a little bit about Indulge.
It's Sacred Heart Schools Interlude, and it supports all of their schools on the Sacred Heart campuses. It's
Yeah.
great.
Had a
They have
chance
it
to-
once a year, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a great cause.
Raising some money for Sacred Heart and had a fun time being here.
Exactly.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your steak. Nice
you
to
very
see you. Let's swing back over. We are still cooking tapas style with Artesano and the great chefs there. Tim?
This looks great over here, too. I mean, everything's a winner. But what do we have here?
What we
Fernando?
have right here, it's carrilleras. Carrilleras means either beef or pork cheek. So in this case, it's carrillera de res, beef cheek. We braise it with Spanish wine, mirepoix, carrots, onions. And then what we do is we add a little bit of, again, going back to balance, we add a little bit of, it's what we call a cherry vinegar reduction. We get cherry vinegar and sugar and reduce it. And then we add a little bit of that, and that creates what we call a cherry caramel. We reduce it all the way to
Looks great.
to glaze the beef cheek.
What else do we have here?
We have carrot puree. This is really simple to make. We get carrots, a little butter, a little olive oil, cover them with aluminum foil,
Yep.
roast them in the oven to develop that roasted flavor caramelization. And then we blend it with a little butter, a little cream, and a little honey.
Whoa, now that's a blend.
Really, really simple. We just try to make it, look nice. I think you eat with your eyes first.
And so many
our-
different flavors, and you can share it. I mean,
Yeah.
because again, that's an idea. The tapas, small plates. You can even share the small plates and have a lot of small plates.
Little bit of the sauce, and you can see it's already, turning into a little glaze. That's, the sugar, the balsamic, the braising liquid of the carrillera, a little bit of that sauce. We have this also for our brunch menu. I mean, I think that's a perfect, brunch pot roast right there. And people get afraid when they hear beef cheeks, but it's just like children. And then we do a little bit of the pico shallots, Marcona almonds,
There's the crunch.
Look at that.
and there you have it.
Wow.
Carrillera there.
Incredible.
Nice and simple.
Artesano. Go out and see them. Have fun. Tapas, and don't forget the sangria and
Yep,
Spanish
Sangria
wines.
bar.
Easy to find right there on the corner of Westport Road and Her Lane.
And
It's
Her
an
Lane,
easy place to
Westport
find.
Village.
Yep.
And the best part, we train our servers to go to the table and do this. Just break the
Oh, there's the seed.
egg
That's
yolk,
what. Oh,
and you mix it with the carrot and the beef cheek. It's awesome. That's my favorite dish on the menu.
it's like
right
a
there.
show. All of a
you
sudden,
go.
that egg just drips down on everything.
That's
Oh.
it.
Now, we're going to have a chance to take a taste, and so is the studio audience. You can too. MintJulepTours.com is the place to go. From Bourbon Barrel Foods, I'm Kevin Harnett for Tim Laird. On behalf of all of us at B&B Productions, thank you for watching. Thanks to Chef Fernando and Benjamin. We'll see you next time on Secrets.
That is incredible. That just looks. Oh my gosh.